vitamin C, and I read those studies years ago, and all the studies that they did out of the Mayo Clinic, in my estimation, were flawed studies. They were horrible. The doses were too low. They did the same with vitamin E. The dosages were too low. They were not using mixed tocopherols. They were using alpha tocopherol. So I haven't studied this study to the extent that I can really put my brain around it. However, it's something to look at here. If this is true, that's pretty amazing. Fish oils are a major big business, and omega-3 benefits are said to range from lowering blood pressure and the risk of heart attacks to easing depression and arthritis. And we all know that fish are healthful for us. But the fact is that many ocean-going fish have toxic chemicals in them, particularly seafood from Asia. I won't touch seafood from Asia anymore. I will not eat a shrimp. I will not eat a calamari unless it's from Monterey. And you can't get it out here in California. It's very hard to get. Most of the crap that you're eating in restaurants comes from beds in Vietnam, and they're living on human waste. I know you don't want to hear it, but I'm telling you. But you can get omega-3 fatty acids from walnuts, pumpkin seeds, tofu, and leafy vegetables, incidentally, if you're looking for omega-3 fatty acids. However, scientists found that those with the highest levels of omega-3 in their blood were 71% more likely to develop fast-growing, hard-to-treat prostate tumors. That's shocking. How it works, I don't know. Maybe it suppresses an immune function. I don't know if that would be the explanation if this is true. I would think there's another explanation. It could be that the fish oils themselves are feeding the cancer. That's another possibility. That's great. It's the old balancing act. Like no matter what you do one thing that's good for this and it's bad for that. So I really haven't given up on I've been taking mega vitamins personally for 40 years. 40 years I've been on mega doses of vitamin C and vitamin E to begin with. For 35 years, I'm on mega doses of a certain multivitamin, which I will not mention, and C and E, and a number of other nutrients. So far, so good. I come from a short-lived family. All of the men died very young of heart disease, and I've been panicked over it ever since I was 20 years old, 16 years old. I've been a cardio-neurotic since I'm 16 because I watched my father get a heart attack, and that was a big seminal moment. And it was not a big moment in a kid's life. The man who was like Abraham and I'm Isaac, he's God to me, and you see the guy laying in an oxygen tent. It changes your view of the world suddenly, and so I started saying, well, what happened? What's wrong? Why did it happen? It's what drove me into graduate school. It's what made me write obsessively about nutrition and health and why I'm obsessed with food to this day. And I have to say, to a certain extent, yes. You say, oh, no, there's nothing to do with food. Right, okay, go. You do yourself a favor. You go believe that. Of course it has to do with diet and exercise and nutrition. But nutrients have a big role to play in it, especially the antioxidant nutrients, vitamin C and vitamin E. There are others. But now fish oils were introduced in a big way over the last 5 to 7 years, right? And most men over 50 are taking them. And this study is a shocker. I didn't mean to get into it, but it's a big story. And I can't discuss it in great detail till I get the scientific study, because I have to read the pool of subjects, what fish oils they were looking at. I need the original supplement study, because I don't trust most of these studies that come out of these cancer institutes. They're pimps for the medical and pharmaceutical establishment. They definitely want you to make certain you don't take any supplements at all to push you into drugs. They do the same thing with everything else on earth. They're trying to drive children away from a simple soda so that they can take Ritalin and drugs. It's getting crazier by the day. I got many callers now on swinger issues. I got the other thing. Let's go to the swinger story right off the bat.